Our planet is changing at an unprecedented rate. Climate change, driven by human activity, is now a present reality. As temperatures soar and weather patterns transform, ecosystems hang in the balance. But amidst these challenges, life endures, adapting in remarkable ways. Join us as we uncover 7 astonishing ways climate change is altering animal behavior. Animals across the globe are experiencing mounting stress due to relentless environmental change. The natural world is undergoing a transformation at an unprecedented pace, and the consequences are dire. Imagine a polar bear, its icy hunting grounds shrinking, forcing it to travel further for prey. These majestic creatures are now swimming longer distances, expending more energy and facing greater risks. Stress hormone levels in these creatures reflect their struggle for survival. Elevated cortisol levels indicate a constant state of alertness and anxiety, which can have long-term health impacts. From coral reefs bleached by rising temperatures to rainforests parched by droughts, ecosystems teem with stressed creatures. The vibrant colors of coral reefs are fading, and the lush greenery of rainforests is turning brown. Heat stress is becoming a constant companion, pushing physiological limits. Animals are panting, seeking shade, and struggling to regulate their body temperatures. Reproductive rates plummet as animals struggle to find food and breeding grounds. The scarcity of resources means fewer offspring and a decline in population numbers. Immune systems weaken, and diseases spread more readily. The stress of survival compromises the ability of animals to fight off infections, leading to higher mortality rates. Amphibians sensitive to environmental change face deadly fungal infections as water sources evaporate. These infections can decimate populations, leading to a loss of biodiversity. The once vibrant choruses of frogs are fading, a reminder of life's interconnectedness. The silence in these habitats is a stark indicator of the broader ecological impacts. The story of climate stress is one of resilience, adaptation, and loss. While some species manage to adapt, many others face extinction. It is a call to action, reminding us that our choices today will determine the fate of countless species. Conservation efforts are crucial, and we must act now to protect the delicate balance of our ecosystems. The natural world dances to ancient cycles of light and dark, warmth and cold. These rhythms have guided the lives of countless species for millennia, creating a delicate balance in ecosystems around the globe. But as climate change disrupts these patterns, animals adapt their behavior in remarkable ways. The rising temperatures, shifting seasons, and extreme weather events are forcing wildlife to find new ways to survive. Species once active during the day are becoming nocturnal to escape the heat. The shift in activity patterns is a survival strategy, allowing them to avoid the scorching daytime temperatures. In Africa, lions are hunting under the cover of darkness. This nocturnal behavior helps them conserve energy and avoid the intense heat of the day, but it also changes the dynamics of predator-prey interactions. Migration patterns, honed over millennia, are in flux. Birds that once followed predictable routes now face uncertainty as their traditional stopovers and breeding grounds are altered by climate change. Birds arrive on breeding grounds earlier, only to find their food sources haven't emerged. This timing mismatch can lead to starvation and reduced reproductive success, threatening entire populations. This timing mismatch can devastate breeding success. The lack of synchrony between the arrival of birds and the availability of food resources can have cascading effects on the ecosystem. Warmer temperatures rouse some animals from hibernation early, leaving them vulnerable. These early awakenings can lead to a lack of food and increased mortality rates as they struggle to find sustenance. The intricate web of life is fraying at its edges. The interconnectedness of species means that changes in one population can ripple through the ecosystem, causing unforeseen consequences. Yet some species show astonishing behavioral plasticity. They adapt to new environments and display behaviors never before seen, showcasing the incredible resilience of life. The resilience of the natural world is a testament to evolution, but it has limits. While some species thrive, others struggle to cope with the rapid changes, highlighting the need for conservation efforts. Understanding these changes is crucial for navigating future challenges. Scientists and conservationists are working tirelessly to study these shifts and develop strategies to protect vulnerable species. The fate of wildlife is linked to our own. As we confront the realities of climate change, the survival of countless species depends on our actions and our commitment to preserving the natural world. Competition for resources is a constant in nature. Climate change intensifies this competition, pushing some species to the brink. Arctic foxes, once camouflaged in snow, are outcompeted by red foxes encroaching on their territory. As species migrate and adapt, they encounter new competitors. Invasive species, adaptable and opportunistic, thrive in warmer temperatures, disrupting ecosystems. Marine environments face fierce competition as rising sea levels and warming waters alter species distribution. Coral reefs are particularly vulnerable to climate change and invasive species. Climate change is a present reality with far-reaching consequences for life's balance. Our choices today will shape the future of biodiversity. Picture a snow leopard traversing the high peaks of the Himalayas. This majestic creature, perfectly adapted to its icy environment, relies on the vast, unspoiled expanses of snow and rock to survive. Its thick fur and powerful limbs are designed for the cold, rugged terrain. As temperatures rise and glaciers recede, its habitat shrinks. The once expansive hunting grounds become fragmented, making it harder for the snow leopard to find prey and shelter. The melting ice not only affects the snow leopard, but also the entire ecosystem that depends on these glaciers for water. Climate change forces countless species to abandon their homes in search of refuge. Animals that once thrived in stable environments now face the daunting task of finding new habitats. Migration patterns are disrupted, and the delicate balance of nature is thrown into disarray. From polar bears navigating diminishing sea ice to mountain gorillas seeking cooler temperatures, animals are on the move. Polar bears, for instance, must swim longer distances to find stable ice, risking exhaustion and drowning. Mountain gorillas, on the other hand, climb higher altitudes to escape the heat, but this also means less available food. Finding suitable habitat is no easy feat in a rapidly changing world. Fragmented landscapes and shrinking natural spaces make it increasingly difficult for wildlife to find safe havens. The competition for these dwindling resources intensifies, leading to conflicts and further stress on the species. Barriers, both natural and human-made, stand in their path. Highways, cities, and agricultural lands create insurmountable obstacles for migrating animals. Natural barriers like mountains and rivers, which once provided boundaries, now become traps as animals struggle to adapt to new conditions. The journey is fraught with danger as temperatures soar and resources dwindle. Droughts, wildfires, and extreme weather events add to the peril, making survival an uphill battle. Animals must navigate these treacherous conditions while searching for food, water, and shelter. Some species cannot adapt quickly enough to the shifting conditions. The rapid pace of environmental change outstrips their ability to evolve, leading to a decline in populations. Endangered species already on the brink face an even greater risk of extinction. The golden toad vanished abruptly, a victim of a warming climate and disease. This small, brightly colored amphibian once thrived in the cloud forest of Costa Rica. Its sudden disappearance serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the impact of climate change. Habitat loss drives the extinction crisis we face today. Deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural expansion destroy the natural homes of countless species. As forests are cleared and wetlands drained, the rich biodiversity they support is lost. Our encroachment on wild spaces exacerbates the challenges faced by wildlife. Urban sprawl pushes deeper into natural habitats, leaving less room for animals to roam. The noise, pollution, and human activity disrupt their lives, making it harder for them to thrive. The search for refuge reminds us of our interconnectedness with nature. Every action we take has a ripple effect on the environment and the creatures that inhabit it. Protecting these habitats is not just about saving wildlife, it's about preserving the delicate balance of our planet for future generations. Food is the fundamental currency in the web of life. Climate change disrupts this balance, forcing animals to adapt to altered food sources. Polar bears, reliant on Arctic sea ice, struggle as their prey becomes elusive. The ripple effects of climate change alter food webs, pushing species to the brink. Animals adapt their feeding behaviors to survive. Warming waters drive fish populations deeper, disrupting marine ecosystems. Seabirds must dive deeper or switch to less nutritious prey. Changes in plant phenology create mismatches for herbivores. Migratory animals may find their usual food sources unavailable. The resilience of nature is tested as species adapt to a changing menu. Timing is everything in the dance of life. Predictable cues guide migration, hibernation, breeding, and nesting. Climate change disrupts these ancient patterns, throwing nature's balance into disarray. Migratory birds, finely tuned to the seasons, find their breeding grounds unsuitable. The insects they rely on may have already hatched, leaving a dwindling food supply. Disrupted timing affects plants, predators, and prey. Plants may bloom before pollinators emerge, jeopardizing reproduction. Breeding seasons of predators and prey may no longer coincide. Species must adapt to changing rhythms to survive. The disruption of seasonal timing has far-reaching consequences. Climate change is a present reality, not a distant threat. We risk losing biodiversity and disrupting ecosystems. Animals embark on extraordinary migrations driven by instinct. These journeys, spanning thousands of miles, are a testament to evolution. Climate change reshapes these ancient routes, forcing animals to adapt. The Arctic tern migrates from pole to pole, facing shrinking breeding grounds. Climate change disrupts the pathways that connect ecosystems. Whales and butterflies face new challenges on their migratory journeys. Timing of migration is shifting, with birds arriving earlier in spring. Some species alter their routes, seeking cooler temperatures. Changes in migration patterns disrupt food webs and species distribution. The interconnectedness of life is highlighted by these changes. Addressing climate change is urgent to protect migratory animals. By reducing our impact, we can ensure these journeys continue. The fate of wildlife is linked to our own. Our choices today will determine the future of biodiversity. By understanding the challenges faced by animals, we can become better stewards, support conservation efforts, and advocate for policies addressing climate change. The journey ahead is challenging, but there is hope. Join us in creating a sustainable future for all.